Happy New Year, guys. If you're new around here, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. This is Steve, 26 November Echo 34. Today is New Year's Day, and I thought I would get on the radio and see who was about and what QSOs I could get. So the first QSO of 2026 goes to Dave in Sydney, Australia. So I seen on Cluster DX that Dave was on, rotated the antenna around, changed the frequency, and there he was. Bit of a pile-up, but managed to get in there. I think my signal was something like 5 and 7 into Sydney, Australia, on the east coast of Australia. So yeah, I was really, really happy with that. Now, I always find it quite difficult to get a QSL card from Australia, but I managed to get one straight away from Dave. And even though on the map there, it's plotting Central Australia, he is actually in Sydney. For some reason, it's plotting Central Australia. But he is on Cluster DX because he sent us a QSL card, as you can see there. So thank you very much, Dave, for that. That is really, really appreciated. Thank you very much. So my second QSO of New Year's Day was Jeff in Tasmania, down in the 4-3 division. Never getting into Tasmania before, but he was absolutely booming into England. So yeah, really, really good to meet that QSO, to actually work Jeff. And again, Jeff lived up to it as well and gave me a QSL card. So absolutely over the moon, receiving 2 QSL cards from the 4-3 division. Like I say, I normally struggle to get them, but as you can see there, there's the QSL card there from Jeff, 4-3 Oscar Papa 4570. Absolutely smashing it into England. So and he is now a friend of mine on Facebook. So yeah, absolutely. It's always good to talk to the guys down under. But yeah, so very, very happy with the second QSO there into Australia. I then made a third contact into the 4-3 division, and this one was an Alpha Tango station, but ended up losing him in the end because the propagation was starting to drop off a little bit. But he sort of let the site down, and I didn't get a QSL card from him. I won't mention his name or the rest of his call sign. But I find it very difficult to get any sort of QSL cards from an Alpha Tango radio station. Those normally have QSL managers, and where you have to pay for the postage for the QSL cards to be posted. And I started doing it when I first come back on the radio. However, unless it's a really, really distant radio station, I'm just not going to bother doing ordering any QSL cards from them. So yeah, Alpha Tango units are very difficult to get any sort of QSL cards from unless you pay for them. So yeah, which is a shame really. And then I got into the 3-0 division, Spain. Sergio on 3-0 Delta Alpha 010. Good quality signal coming in there from Spain. I've gotten Sergio before, but always nice to have a chat with him, get him in the logbook again, and especially on New Year's Day. So yeah, very, very happy with that. So as the day goes on, the antenna rotates around, and I can start working countries likes of Costa Rica. So I managed to get a QSO in there with the station in Costa Rica. And then straight after that QSO, I got Mexico. So second QSO into Mexico ever. So it's always good to work Mexico. 10 Alpha Tango 333, and I got a QSL card from him, but I didn't manage to get one from the Costa Rica station, which is a shame. And then I come across some other QSL cards that were on the Romeo Charlie group. So we've got Needlebender 159 there, 2 Romeo Charlie. So that's an American station. And I think there was a couple of others as well that were on there. But yeah, so these ones have been hanging around since, I think it was about September time. So then we've got 14 Romeo Charlie 126. That one was also waiting for me. So I've popped that one up as well. And that one goes back to the 5th of July. So, yeah, I don't understand why I couldn't see these ones beforehand, but yeah, they've popped up, they're there. So, yeah, managed to work them. So, always good to work different stations in France. So, yeah, always good to do that. So, quite a good day. And then on top of that, I got into the 2 Division America. So always nice to work the 2 Division. So managed to get a station there, but unfortunately those aren't registered on Cluster DX, so no QSL card from them guys. So I have a new toy to play with. This is the Yaesu Mic 100 dual element microphone. Yeah, so I've got this one now. I want to try it out, but I need to try it out with some different stations, and I'm going to compare it to the Mic Delta 100, which I currently have. So if anybody is on the frequency, please do come and let me know what the audio is like on this microphone opposed to the MD100. Always good to compare to see what the differences are. So yeah, bit of a new toy there to play with. So there is the new SY3 Stereo 3-element Yagi beam, and also the new Yaesu G1000 DXC rotator with a fantastic English sunset there for the southern part of England. Absolutely glorious, and that antenna is pointing towards the US of A. We had a bit of an issue with the old 3-element Yagi beam. When I took it down to change over the rotator, we lost light. I was being a little bit impatient. I just wanted to get it back up. But unfortunately, the weight of it made us sort of lose control of it. And the driven element ended up getting a crease in it. So I went and bought a new 3-element Yagi beam and popped it up there. So that's the brand new one with the brand new rotator. So there's still a little bit work to do on the beam, but it can all be done at a later date. I didn't want to risk it by continuing because we were losing light again. But basically at the top of the antenna there where it's green, that is a VHF antenna. And then we've got the rotator just between the green and the red. The red part, the red section, is where I've basically managed to put all the cables into the conduit. So the rotator cable, the 2 different coax cables for the antennas go through there, and I've managed to tape it and secure it all the way down till it hits the blue. So the blue section is still left to do, put the cables in there and tape and secure all that up. And then it then goes down and into the box there in the purple. So all that is to secure, and then we just got to run the cables round and in through the back of the garage. And then, that will be it then complete. So this is the new rotator controller for the Yaesu G1000 DXC. A hell of a lot better than the Charman Multicom XL600. So much better. The next video that I'm doing, I'm going to be putting into this a Wi-Fi board. So basically I can then place all of this controller into the garage, and I basically connect it to the Wi-Fi, and I will be able to control the rotator via the computer or a tablet from the house without actually having to go into the garage to actually rotate the beam. So that's the next one. So watch out for the video for that coming. And that's it for me, guys, for this New Year's Day. Like I say, tonight I'm at work. I'm actually at work now as I'm recording this video. So all the very best for the new year. Good luck with the DXing, and I hope to catch you on the frequency. Okay, so 73s and 51s. Take care.